I'm going to be crafting not 1, not 2, not 6, not 7, but 10 La Lucky Grandes. Well, technically 9, since I couldn't resist, and I did this trade making me lose a snail. However, something crazy actually spawns at the end, so it makes up for it. I mean, just look at all these materials I have, and they're not just base. Some of them have some pretty good traits and mutations. So, big shout to all the members of my Discord server, which you should join, who helped me get these. Anyways, after waiting for like 10 years, Sammy brought back the taco truck, and we instantly put in the materials and crafted a couple La Lucky Grandes. But when we went to craft the other 6, the recipe completely sold out. However, Sammy thankfully decided to add 50,000 more stock, so we crafted the other 9 and started trait farming. And the Legrandes started off by getting all the normal admin abuse traits, which made them do around 500 to 600 million. But that's not what I wanted, because in this update, Sammy added 2 new traits that are going to be extremely rare, the Granny and the E-Balloon trait. And luckily, Sammy literally pulled out a bazooka and shot his granny, triggering the Granny event. And surprisingly, a lot of the Legrandes actually got the trait, making them extremely rare. But we were still missing the Eat trait, until Sammy triggered the Eat event, which looked so cool.
Very, very bicus, dicus, bombicus.
And our Legrandes got the Balloon trait. However, there were only green and orange balloons, which are not very rare. Also in this process, we actually ended up losing 3 Legrandes, but they were pretty stacked, so it was fine. But then out of nowhere, something insane spawned in. A Garama, and it got hit by the Granny trait, which is going to make it super OP. How literally everybody wanted it to be nerfed. However, after that, admin abuse ended, but our trait farming did not, because it was time to do some rituals. First, the Orcalero ritual. Then, the Mateo ritual. Then, the Bombardino ritual. And we also tried doing the Sammy Ini ritual, but it never worked. So we ditched it and just trait farmed with what we had. But after 2 hours, I got tired, so we ended the trait farming. But we got some crazy stuff, because out of the 9 Legrandes, 6 of them were over 1 billion, 4 were over 1.2 billion, and 1 was 900 million and 620 million, and a base one, which we won't talk about. And of course, the Garama ended up with 3 traits, making 750 million. However, I didn't keep all these Legrandes. I gave 7 away. So subscribe and join the Discord if you want this to be you.